On a stage just about even at the end of the second day of the LV County Championship match between Middlesex and Warwickshire in Uxbridge. Middlesex had lost their way at the end of the first day, slipping from 285 for 3 to 324 for 7, and they were 8 down in the fourth over of the morning as Ollie Rayner nicked a beauty from Chris Wokes behind. Then in his next over, Wokes produced something even better to dismiss the other overnight batsman, Toby Rowland-Jones. Tim Ambrose with the catch again for his 5th of the innings. So now that 285 for 3 had become 330 for 9, and Warwickshire would have been cock-a-hoop, but their celebrations were ended for the next 13 overs as they couldn't find a way past the last pair of Stephen Crook and Tim Murtagh, who was batting at number 11 for the first time in his career. Both have shown in the past that they are perhaps too good to be coming in so low down, and that proved to be the case here as they added an excellent 72 runs for the last wicket. Finally, just before lunch, Crook on 30 top-edged a pull off Chris Wright and was caught by Darren Maddy. Murtagh was left unbeaten on 36 out of his side's 402 all out. Warwickshire did not make the best of starts to their response, with Varun Chopra failing for once as he was legged before to Murtagh for 3. He's been used to batting for a long time in recent games, but his dismissal meant that Will Porterfield was in early to share some time at the crease with Ian Westwood. The two took the total to 26. Murtagh's fine day on what was his 31st birthday then continued as he struck for a second time, Porterfield turning a ball from him to Neil Dexter at mid-wicket. Warwickshire have not been too used to losing wickets early in their innings this year, but they've shown that when that does happen, they have the capabilities to respond. They were thankful that Jim Troughton in at number 4 is in exceptional form right now, although he was dropped by Rayner on 2. Westwood has certainly not been as consistent as his opening partner Chopra this year, but the important thing for him was, having lost his mate so early on in the piece, he now needed to take the responsibility from the top of the order. That was what he was able to do as he mixed a very solid defensive technique with an occasional flourish. And that took him to his third 50 of the season in his 7th match. He'd needed 130 balls to get there, although he wasted no time at all in the 40s. He'd struck 7 fours. Since the break for the T20, Troughton has hit an 80, followed by hundreds in his last 2 matches, and he's loving his sudden return to form. Yet another half-century duly arrived as he struck 2 successive fours off Rowland-Jones. This one had occupied 129 deliveries and had included 7 boundaries. He is really enjoying batting right now. He shared in some big partnerships in the last few weeks, and with Westwood still going along very nicely in spite of being hit in the head by Rowland-Jones and being offered a life soon afterwards by Rayner, another 3-figure stand was put in the bank. In spite of those moments, Westwood was superb, showing excellent powers of concentration, and by the close he'd reached a season's best score of 89, with Troughton still there with him on 60. Their partnership stands at 152, made in 60 overs, and the plan will be for them to bat through day 3 to try to register a good first innings advantage, to then put their hosts under some pressure on the last day.